how on earth did Norwich beat Manchester City?
Well, it can happen. That's what I would say. The other side of the coin is, we talked last week, and many people have talked about the Laporte injury and how long that's going to take and how that will affect him at the back. Vincent Kompany not there anymore. Otamendi getting older. John Stones has been out of the team. He's had injuries. A lot of questions surrounding him stepping up to the plate. And then they were slack from set pieces as well. And to be fair to Norwich, like most teams in the Premier League, they're going to, even at home, they're going to sit in and they're going to hit on the break. The one thing I thought Norwich did, and fair play to them, is even when City pressed, they're trying to play out from the back.
Yep.
So they did it at Liverpool in match day 1 and got hammered, but their philosophy is quite clear. We're going to play no matter what. I don't think City will face that every week with teams that are inferior to them, but they're going to have to sort out, A, their back line, and 2, be a bit more clinical in the final third. That being said, I'm sure there's quite a few out there looking to write them off already, and it is very early.
Robert, how did this happen?
When the ball changed hands, Norwich were the better team in certain aspects of the game, and that's happened. They scored the 2 counter-attacking goals. Man City's shape was all wrong when they lost possession. They didn't make the right recovery runs. And Norwich City, when they defended their box, they defended it really well. And Man City weren't quite at their best. That final pass, that final ball into the front player, the final finish wasn't quite good enough in that first half when they were dominating the first 20 minutes. And as Craig said, didn't defend a set play. And Otamendi got it all wrong with Stones when they were trying to play out from the back late on in the game. And that culminated in Man City having one of their worst performances for quite some while.
I agree fully. I thought there was also a sense of complacency from Manchester City, that they felt they just had to show up against an injury-ravaged Norwich, and the points were all but guaranteed. Norwich quite clearly had different plans. Added to that, you throw in Otamendi in the mix, who decides to do as only he does. And Norwich get the 3 points.
They are still the team to beat, though.
Well, that leads. Let's just lead that into my next question, because you said that people are keen to write them off. The bookies still have Manchester City as favourites.
They're the team to beat, right? No, I'll give it you. Liverpool.
Should Liverpool be favourites? 5 points clear.
No, because you and I had a little discussion sat at our desk. It was only a little one because we don't like to talk too much. And
is that when I have to listen a lot?
Oh, well, that's when Stevie's in. So where are we now? Let me get my bearings right. Middle of September.
We're 5 games in.
Right, yeah, 5 games in. I can't remember exactly, but Liverpool, round about Christmas and New Year last year, had a big lead, right? With, half the season still to go. And for whatever reason, it crumbled a little bit for them and City pulled them back. I think this points gap for me could be a lot bigger, and I still would not write Man City off. I mean, it's a body blow for them. Well, they're still the number 1 team for the Joe Average in the Premier League to go and beat.
But they were so bad.
They were
so bad. Reports out till next year. Liverpool look unbeatable at the moment.
And maybe and it is early. Stones and Otamendi might have to sort themselves out. He may have to put a midfielder back in there. He may have to move a Kyle Walker in there. He may have to juggle. The one thing that I do know is that maybe they're regretting not going the extra yard or 2 for Harry Maguire. Maybe.
Well, that's a no-brainer. We know Otamendi's not very good. We know that he's past
but
it.
City
This isn't
said,
a massive revelation, is it? Otamendi can't run or defend anymore.
I think somebody at City and I'm sure it wasn't the manager, just said, look, there's the cut-off. That's what we're willing to pay.
But it's not Harry Maguire or nothing. Surely there's somebody else out there who's better than Otamendi that Manchester City could have brought in. It just seems a dereliction of duty from them during the summer not to have some sort of backup.
Well, but off the back of one game, it's not. Off the back of one really bad defeat, away from home, Otamendi's an experienced player. Pep Guardiola was raving about him last season. This early in the season.
Well, what does that mean?
Well, what I'm saying is...
He's not going to not rave about him, is he?
He was raving about him, saying this guy will run through a brick wall. He's come back from worse than this, right?
But he's old and slow.
Well, he's not that. He's not 64.
Well, he looked it. He looked it at the weekend.
Well, that's why I'm saying he might have to go with a midfielder. He might have to go with a change of shape. These are the decisions he's going to have to make. At the end of the day, they've lost company. Laporte's out, and they didn't go for Harry Maguire because of the extra money. They knew what they had going into this season.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPNFC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.